Jonathan Gibbs here with Jimmy Esparza, Renewable Power USA, Arizona, sales organization in solar for the last 6 years. And we're here to talk about sales.
Yeah.
And, what we have listening here is like 40 or 50,000 sales reps over a wide category of products, pest control, solar, roofing, etc. You've been managing a sales organization here inside of solar for 6 years.
Yes.
And how many total years in sales?
Total years in sales, I will say right after high school, or all my life, I want to say. Selling my mom if I want something, my parents.
How many years is that?
So I'll say 30 years.
30 years, all right. So 10 plus years.
10 plus years, yeah, professionally.
10 plus years in solar. So what is a key ingredient that defines your sales organization in Arizona?
I think one of the key ingredients is that I've personally done the sales myself, right?
Okay.
So I first started doing the door-to-door. I used to work with Solar City and Tesla, so there's a pretty big door-to-door teams that they used to have. So I've done that myself. I got to learn like the experience of having like the door-to-door like every single day, getting slammed, and everything like that. So, I developed like this experience, and then I learned how to actually train people and take people to the field and, explain them and talk about mindset, talk about the importance of taking care of yourself and talking about like all these other things that people think it's just about sales, but there's a lot of other things that you got to work on in order for you to be a successful sales guy.
Give me an example of something that a lot of sales organizations miss that you guys focus on. What are one of those things that people miss?
I think a lot of them, they miss commitment. A lot of business go in and say like, hey, I'm going to go in business because I want to be an owner, right? Like a lot of people nowadays, I say it looks cool on Instagram, it looks cool on all this stuff, and they give it a shot and they're not really going in for the right reasons. I think that's one of the things that I've noticed that they do lack the purpose and the why behind it. So.
Okay. Talk to me about something that makes your sales organization. I've worked with a lot of sales teams over the last 25 years. One of the things I'll do with my teams like regionally is like, what do you want to be known for? Like as a sales group, as a region, like when people think of your sales team, what are they going to identify with your sales team right away? What is your sales team famous for? What do you guys focus on over there?
Well, one of our slogan is we make the impossible possible, right? I think one of the things that I really want to be remembered for is just contributing to people's life. I come from a background from a different country. I used to live in Mexico. My parents came in illegally. I was born in LA, but I ultimately like being in sales and door-to-door literally changed my life. So one of the things that we really want to be known for, having a good system where we could bring in people, no matter if you're educated, not educated, or have a crazy background. Like we want to build that culture and environment where everybody could, have some type of success economically and, mindset wise too. So I think
is this your first year at Door to Door Con?
This is my second year, I believe. Yeah.
What was one of your big takeaways from last year? Like you obviously came back. It was a meaningful event last year. What were your big takeaways from Door to Door Con last year?
I think one of my biggest takeaway is that you're not by yourself, right? Because typically door to door is, it's not sexy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you're offered this job, you're like, hell no, dude, I'm not gonna go to sales. I think I could do better, right? But just by being with an environment and seeing like all other people's success, how they've been able to build companies and actually being successful in what they're doing, I think that's like it's something that's deep and it motivates you to keep on moving forward. I think that's.
Were you able to attend some of the speakers already so far today?
Yes. We're actually with Tom. I believe he was actually the guy with the protein bar.
The guy that sold his nutrition company for over $1 billion.
Yes.
So that was one of the speakers. So share with us one of the takeaways from his message.
I think one of the takeaways that I get from him is just the way that he carries himself, right? Like he seems really confident and he's really passionate about what he's talking about. And a lot of the things that he talks about is some of the things that we all have to work on, which is making sure that we're always constantly learning and setting our ego aside, asking questions and analyzing yourself constantly every single day. Because, sometimes we like that. So I think that I take away that for sure.
All right, let's close it out by making the impossible possible. So I want you to talk to someone who maybe just got started in door to door. They have no sales background. They have they barely graduated high school or something, really inexperienced, and they're seeing all these stories and they're wondering, can I do this? I'm not sure. Let's make the impossible seem possible. What would you tell this person about a future career in door to door?
Honestly, I will say give it a shot, because no matter what school you go to, this is the school that you want to really actually be on, because having that experience, getting all those rejections, is something that no book or no university or high school or nothing will ever actually teach you, and this will teach you so much, and it gives you like techniques that are gonna help all your life, literally, because not everybody could go through this, but it can really change your life, and there's a lot of opportunity in door-to-door.
You want to share just really quickly how it's changed your life in a few things?
Yeah.
What are some of the things you have today, whether it's mindset or possessions or skills that you didn't have before door-to-door?
Honestly, I will say it keeps you humble. Honestly, it gets you back to the ground for sure. Like, it's like you're communicating with all type of people who are, from all type of, middle class, lower middle class, upper class, so you get to experience a lot of interaction with people. So I love that, and I practice it even within my business as well. And then I think one of the biggest things, and it helps you financially too. I think that's to be honest, like, it helps, it made so much millionaires and six-figure guys. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for spending time with us on the podcast.
No, thank you, Jonathan. No, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And so.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you,
brother.
brother.
It. Hope you have a great year this year.
You too. Thank you. Likewise.